Let's go. Hope y'all living good, feeling good, raising a vibration. It's your boy Sav Heru, and I'm back with the newest podcast, Buildin Black. Okay, and here on Buildin Black, we focused on uplifting Black culture through music, fine arts, and Black history. And we're gonna keep it all the way real at all times. That's what we live by. A code of truth, a code of righteousness, and being morally right by humanity. And you know, we gonna keep it all the way real. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about who am I? The owner of Buildin Black, the creator of Buildin Black. Okay, and that's exactly who I am. I am a creative. I love to create and build new things. And I'm also an activist for humanity. And I'm all for awakening the melanated beings, okay? And connecting them to unity conscious and allowing them to be in harmony with nature, okay? Because truly it is an oppression on the melanated people, okay? We are the nature of the universe. So understand, we have been divided and we have been conquered. And my goal is connecting the people back to one another, because we live in a system where very few 1% have the power, when in all the people have the power, and they know the people have the power. So that is why they keep us distracted in so many ways. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you a little about me and my background and where I'm at in my spiritual journey and how did I get where I'm at. Okay, so growing up, I was an athlete. I played football my whole life, and I also took football. Well, football took me to the college level. Okay, so throughout that, football builds character. Any athlete who's a good athlete and is dedicated to their sport understand the type of discipline, the type of grind, the type of hard work, the type of mentality it takes to be the great in any industry. Okay? So understand that is that football showed me the grind, and that to get what you want and create your reality, you're gonna have to grind. It's gonna take hard work, but it's possible. And like I said, football builds character. What you gonna do in them adverse times? What you gonna do when things get rough? Is you gonna stand up and lay down? You know what I'm saying? And that's what life is. Life is the ultimate school. Earth is a school. We come here to learn and experience to build our character. Okay? Because you gotta know the only thing you can take with you when you pass is the information, the knowledge, and wisdom you gain. That's the only thing we can keep, which is our memory. You know what I'm saying? So understand that football played a major role in my life. It helped me build my character in so many ways. It taught me so much about being disciplined. And I also seen that translate, okay? So I played all the way until I was a defensive player. Okay, I always been a defensive player. To my eighth grade, to like eighth grade is when I transferred to DB. To then I was a linebacker because I just used to crash out. Like, let's go, I'm with it. Like, it was all about a heart thing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can step up and line up with any man. That's just life. That's just how I think. My mentality. Okay, and I transferred from being a linebacker to being a defensive back. Okay, so I had to learn a whole new technique, especially in eighth grade. I didn't know nothing about zones. I didn't have no coverage skills like technique, alignment, assignment technique. Like, I had none of that. But my freshman year, I went to Hazelwood Central. Shout out Coach Taylor. I'm from St. Louis. Yes, sir. St. Louis on the map. Yeah, Coach Taylor, he was from the military, so he did have a disciplined way of like moving, a militant mind, I'd say. And yeah, he put me on to technique, and then I started playing 7-on-7 with flight, and that really took my technique to the next level, and that's what made me become a better DB, right? But at that same time, I had to grind. I had to get on the ladder. I had to do footwork every day. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that translate. That's what I'm saying. That hard work translated to me getting a scholarship. Okay. So now I'm gonna tell you about my college experience. So my senior year, first team all conference, I had like 8 interceptions. I think I played free safety. That was my first year at free safety. Like I wish I really would have played free safety more in school. Like, well, in general, like my career. Okay, I'm tell you about my college experience. So first, I'm from St. Louis, right? So I felt myself on a path where I was unfocused and like I felt like I just need to be still, right? So that's when I decided to go to leave for college early. So I left in June, right? And then I got down there, and it wasn't nobody down there. I lived with some roommates that actually went to school there. They was older guys. Shout out Cody, shout out Jalen. You hear me? Real brothers. You hear me? Um, but yeah. So I went there, and it was nothing to do. It was Atchison, Kansas, in the middle of nowhere, Benedictine College, and I just grinded. Like I was every day. I was just on the field in the weight room, and I was really training my mind. That's where like that isolation kicked in. I feel like in order for that self growth, you need that isolation in a way. So that was just like me starting, like, and that's gonna lead me to the Kobe Mamba mentality, because as so this is gonna take me to Kobe, the Mamba mentality, because while I was at school, it was nothing to do. So you know what I'm doing? I forgot the guy name, but a guy on YouTube made a whole Kobe series of different attributes. I say like hard work, dedication, like stuff like that, grinding. Like he did a lot of categories, but the one that stood out to me in a mama mentality to me in period was hard work, grinding, put in the work. You might be better than me on this day, but you can't say you outwork me, and that's my whole thing. Successful people know the real discipline and hard work it takes to get to the next level. So that's just my thinking of I gotta grind, and it ain't nowhere around the grind, and that's the whole thing with this life. People wanna um find the loopholes. It is loopholes, but that don't necessarily mean you're growing. You know what I'm saying? Um, cause cheaters only cheat themselves. Cheaters never win and winners never cheat. It's just a way of life. You know what I'm saying? So the Kobe mentality, the mama mentality is just grind hard, hard, work, outwork the next man, outwork yourself, because you really not in competition with nobody but yourself in your own mind. Strengthen your mind, strengthen your body. You know what I'm saying? Build yourself, build your character, build the stuff you can't see that's gonna eventually lead you to that success and the real wealth that you really are striving for. Okay. Okay, and now I want to talk about a little more about the black culture, because that's Building Black, which is the name of this podcast. Building Black is focused on the melanated beings and uplifting the melanated beings, right? Okay, a lot of black people will call ourselves don't really understand their true nature and who they are, and why they are given his story instead of their story. You know what I'm saying? Because everything we have received and have been born into, I'm only was born in 2001. I'm only 22. So everything we've been born in has been flipped. So we was born into the flipped matrix. So you gotta reprogram yourself. You gotta delete the programming that was given to you, that society has given to you. Delete that programming and reprogram yourself to the things you really want to do and really want to be in life. Like, and the whole thing with the melanated beings, you see that we are so divided. We are so traumatized, okay? And rightfully so, because we have been oppressed, but at the same time, we have to take the initiative to be proactive in the generations to come, okay? What if Rosa Parks whenever sat at the front of the bus that day? Like, it was like a fight for a bigger, her life was more than hers. Like her mission was for more than just her, okay? Her living out her mission affected others in countless ways. We have so many rights and freedoms that our ancestors just then didn't have. So the truth is, we have a rich history, and most black history or melanated being history is kept away, swept under the rug, deleted. They tried to destroy our history. But you want me to tell you the truth? They couldn't destroy our history. If you go back to ancient Egypt, the pyramids of Giza, that's us. We are the master architects. We are the masters of creation. We have created the realms. We have created the most advanced technologies. Understand that most of the technology we have today is nothing compared to the technologies that we have already created. Understand that behind every great inventor that they give credit to was a black man who really created the invention. You know what I'm saying? Understand that. So melanated beings, understand what melanin is. It's nature. We are carbon made of 666. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. You know what I'm saying? So we are nature. We are walking nature. We is nature. We is fire. I am fire. I am air. I am earth. I am water. I am ether. I am that I am. You know what I'm saying? Understand that black people have a different connection with the land, with nature. Understand that in today's society, the melanated beings do not control the society. Let's get that understood. Cause if you go back to an ancient time of ancient Kemet or Egypt, or whatever you call it, the golden age, there was a connection where we honored nature. You know what I'm saying? We when black people ruled, it was a beautiful time. You know what I'm saying? We lived in oneness and harmony with nature. And that's the whole thing. The people who control the society now, they are not nature. So they can't understand what it is to live in nature. You know what I'm saying? So they destroy nature because they are the opposite of nature. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest about the creation of how things really go. And we know that the melanated beings were the original people of this plane. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is. And you can go into eugenics. You can go into so much stuff that really shows that that the melanated people were the original people. You know what I'm saying? Just let's take it on a simple day by day basis. Okay? The planet is heating up. It's hot outside. It's like 90 degrees where I'm at. So when you walk outside, how does that sun that's producing the heat and the light that we receive, how does that light feel on your temple? How does that sun reflect off your temple? How do you feel when you step outside? Is the sun burning you? Is the sun burning you? Cause I know as a melanated being, when I step outside, I just step outside and I'm just, that sun feel good. Like I feel the sun. Some days it might be too hot, I work in the sun, so some days I be like, man, sun, chill out a little bit today. I gotta go to work, but you know what I'm saying? But as far as we can take the sun. My skin don't peel from the sun. I don't nothing happens when I step in the sun, except I get more information and downloads, But when you talk about these other races of people or humans, um, when they step outside, they need some sunscreen or they ass getting burnt. You hear me? They need some sunscreen or that ass is getting burnt. So that should just pretty much sum it up right there. Like and that should tell you why we have been oppressed, you know? Because there's a certain connection we have that they don't want you to know about. Because the day you understand and know thyself, their corporation will fall. And understand, you are not looked at as a human. You are looked at as a number in a business. You know what I'm saying? You are just a number in a system of a corporation. The United States is not a country, it's a corporation. It is a business. You know what I'm saying? Every day you live, you need to be making money, or every day you are going to be in debt because it costs to live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Nikola Tesla. I was just telling my partner, energy is free. They just charge us for it. They get their energy, we get our energy, we get our lights and electricity from the sun. So how are you going to monetize nature? See, that's the whole thing. And truthfully, melanated people are still in a state of unknowing because of other melanated people profiting from their unknowing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many people who really know what's going on out here, but they'll never say nothing because it'll affect their money. Because they not really ready to die about this. They more, like what little baby say, I'm ready to die about this if it's going to prevail us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He said, you the type for I for real. You so selfish. So it's like real talk. But at the same time, don't be misled. Because little baby, at the same time, is one of these puppets. I don't know him personally, but at a certain level, you are part of the illusion. Okay? And this just a little quick talk for today. I just wanted to introduce myself, Sav Heru, at the podcast of Buildin Black. Well, we're going to talk about Buildin Black and getting our get back. We got to get our shit back because this our shit. And the day you realize that this is yours and you own this, you going to want your back. And you don't ask for you take it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm coming with weekly podcasts. I'm dropping weekly, raw and uncut. I'm not editing this shit. However it come out, if I say some shit fucked up, that's what it is, and that's how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to be perfect because nobody perfect, and we gotta stop idolizing these people who are misleading us, and that's the whole thing. Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? They misleading. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Dive in with me on Buildin Black. We going deep into the rabbit hole. We looking at the problems. We creating solutions. I never just talk to you about no problems without solutions. I never try to be fear based because what is it to be fearful of? You know what I'm saying? I don't fear nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, fear nothing, fear no man. You know what I'm saying? I'm protected by the Most High. So you gotta know thyself, you know what I'm saying? And love thyself, you know what I'm saying? Because to truly love thyself is to truly love others. You can't love someone if you don't love yourself. Alright, so episode 1, Buildin Black. Tap in with Sav Heru. I'm coming back.